I learned about the industry. I learned about music production. Through that, I also learned how to DJ. I learned about A&R. I learned about different avenues I could take in the music just industry that weren't traditional, like the artist, producer route. I learned about Ableton has jobs, so like being a lawyer, being a manager kind of thing. I learned music theory. I learned piano. I met you at the music industry conference, and that was something that they just provided for us as students, a great resource. I mean, I'm here now because of it. And I met a bunch of people in the industry, people from Live Nation, people in New York, Nashville, etc. So just a plethora of things over there, honestly. Like, it was a lot of learning, and I'm so grateful.
What's up, guys? It's Neveen The Queen, and we're on SongLab Live. And today I have a very special guest that goes by Winston. Everybody say hello to Winston.
Hello. What's going on, y'all?
Winston.
Yes.
I'm so glad that you're here. I need to learn more about you. I met you at Arizona Popular Music, right?
Yes, correct.
And you went to school there?
I did 2 years there.
Can you tell me about that, about the school and and everything that you learned and the experience?
100%. So I actually started at the journalism school in 2020. I did that for 2 years, and I just felt like I wasn't creative enough for me. And I was already making beats on the side, and I had so many questions that I just couldn't get answered anymore. Like, I remember being on YouTube, reverse effect before vocals come in, because I didn't know what reverse reverb was or how to do certain things. I discovered this program, and I told my mom about it, and Samuel Pena and Aaron Barajin were the two that were talking to my mother and I, convincing us to switch over. So I switched over, and it was the best decision I ever made.
What was it?
What
program did you switch from?
I switched from journalism to the ASU pop music program.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant a pro. Oh, I'm thinking a.
Sorry, major. Yeah.
Okay, major. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. That's confusing. But yeah, so I switched to the major in 2022, 2023. And it was the best decision I made. I learned about the industry. I learned about music production. Through that, I also learned how to DJ. I learned about A&R. I learned about different avenues I could take in the music just industry that weren't traditional, like the artist, producer route. I learned about Ableton has jobs, or being a lawyer, being a manager kind of thing. I learned music theory. I learned piano. I met you at the music industry conference, and that was something that they just provided for us as students, a great resource. I mean, I'm here now because of it. And I met a bunch of people in the industry, people from Live Nation, people in New York, Nashville, etc. So just a plethora of things over there, honestly. It was a lot of learning, and I'm so grateful.
It seemed like a great school, and shout out Aaron and Samuel. From the little bit of time that I was there, because I was one of the speakers or moderators at the conference, I love the school. It's pretty new, right?
Yes. So that building was built in 2020.
Oh,
yeah, but brand new.
Wow. Okay. And the experience that you had there, you learned a lot about the music industry, and you feel like you made the right decision by leaving journalism and coming into music. So did you always have a passion for music?
Yeah, 100%. I didn't realize that it was manifesting in me for so long, but I remember being a kid and messing around on pianos and stuff, just having a curiosity towards music for sure. I grew up on Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Common. My mom would play music for me, so I was
music.
Yes, I was already pretty well equipped by the time I got the chance to do my own digging. So it's kind of weird. I grew up on that, but then I started listening to the most trap shit ever, shit that I just probably shouldn't have been listening to in middle school, but I loved it. I was this is so cool. So I go back to songs like that today, and I'm wow, I was really ahead of my time for 13, 14, whatever the hell I was doing.
Wow.
I've just always been curious by music. I remember back in the day, especially. One of my most used screen time apps was Spotify. I literally would be on Spotify just doing research. I'd be oh, when did Kanye drop Graduation? Okay, 2007. When did Rodeo come out? 2015. Oh, who produced this song? What label was he signed to when he dropped this album, kind of thing. So I feel that just manifested into me being let me figure out how to do this. I tried in 7th grade, downloaded FL Studio, did not work out. I deleted it 2 seconds later.
Is that Fruity Loops?
Yeah, Fruity Loops, yeah. So I tried that, but yeah, in 2020, I got a MacBook, and I asked my mom to get Logic Pro on it.
Nice.
And then I just learned. I had my friend Mac Johnson. I actually FaceTimed him, and he walked me through each individual step, and I've been doing it for 3 years now. So
you prefer Logic over any other program, or do you use another program, or you just stick to Logic?
I'm weird. I have them all. I literally have Logic. I have Ableton. I have FL. I haven't bought FL. And then I have Pro Tools as well. I prefer. I just am so used to Logic because I've used it for 3 years that I use it the most. I love FL Studio for beat making. Ableton has a huge learning curve for me, so I just haven't taken the time to actually learn it.
Ableton's great for DJs.
It is.
It's really good for DJs.
So good, and like for remixes and also live shows in general.
And the live shows, that's what I was gonna say. For live shows, definitely, you know, I think Ableton is. Logic's great. I like all. I grew up in a family with DJs and like producers and stuff, and I kind of dived in a little bit, try to produce, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of DJ, but I wasn't that good. So, but I tried Logic, and I feel like Logic is very much like it's great for like hip hop.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I think it's really good for. I think it's really good for like pop and like real like instruments recordings as well. It's really good for songwriting as well because you could actually go to like sheet music mode on Logic. It's really bad for beat makers. I'm gonna be honest. It's like complicated.
What's bad for beat makers?
Logic, in my opinion. I think FL is so streamlined for beat makers. It's just like, I don't know, the channel rack makes it so easy. You put sounds in there, it sounds good already. It's very easy to. I think FL is kind of confusing to look at, but it's very easy to move around once you do learn it. But yeah, that's just my opinion on that.
I remember when Fruity Loops, when it first came out, it was kind of like, it wasn't like, how can I say this? Like, it wasn't the go-to software. It was kind of like, that's what you learn on, you know? But now I'm hearing a lot of DJs actually really appreciate Fruity Loops, so they must have like really come up, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot that they're doing. They've added, first of all, they're like one of the only DAWs that doesn't charge you to upgrade, so that's a big thing. The beat making flow has changed a lot. Like you said, like Soulja Boy was one of the first rappers to really use FL Studio back in the day. But recently it's gotten very big through people like Internet Money, like Lil Tecca kind of thing. FL Studio just become like the gateway for producers and beat makers, people who want to make Playboy Cardi type beats, you can make Kanye type beats, you can make any type beat on FL realistically, but most of these people came from like the Internet Money era, and it just has gotten so much more popular because of that, honestly.
I love that. So tell me about what you do musically.
Yeah.
You know, what's your sound?
Yeah.
Do you sing? Do you rap? Do you just produce? Do you DJ?
Yeah. So I'm a producer, I'm a DJ. Musically, that's what I do. I've been producing since 2020, 2021 when I started taking it really serious. So about 3 years. I've been DJing for 2 years now. I've DJed at Walter Studios. We have OM Radio Live at Walter Studios.
Tell me about that real quick before we jump into other stuff, because you just mentioned OM Live. What is that?
OM is a creative entity created by Donovan Johnson and I. It combines basically photography, videography, graphic design with music, production. We have a radio show. We have live shows. We also sell merch as well.
Wow.
And yeah, we've been doing that for about a year now. It's been super dope. The shows at Walter Studios have just started in May. We're about to do our third one, October 25th. Y'all gonna miss it because it's coming out later, but all good. We promote it on the gram right now. So yeah, October 25th, we got a Halloween show. It's super cool. But yeah, it's just a combination of me and Donovan and basically our baby we just made, I guess. That's the best way to talk about it.
That is really one of the reasons why I brought you here, because you guys were so business savvy. And that's why I really I fuck with ASU Popular Music, because Erin, she doesn't just say, you know, come here, learn about some of the stuff. She like really teaches you business, right? To be the best that you could be, and to like actually run a fucking like a legit business doing what you love, which is so important, because there's, you know, what makes you stand out over other DJs, other producers, and you're doing it. Like you have a merch line, you guys have a radio show, you're throwing like you're super smart with it. That's why when I talked to you that day, I was like, yo, he's super dope. And I like how you guys move, you know? So you have the whole business, you know, you got obviously you got your business, and then the music. Tell me more of that, because I cut you off. What kind of music do you produce, and what do you prefer to like DJ?
100%. I'll start with the production. I started with rap. My biggest influences would be like Kanye West. I did a lot of, I love Kanye.
A lot of people. Kanye. I love Kanye too. Sorry, don't cover me.
Yeah. No, man. Like,
I think it's crazy.
You can say what you want about what he says. I agree. But the music is something we can't debate over.
No, we cannot.
I'm sorry. Pierre Bourne is a big influence for me as well. Zaytoven was a huge influence.
Oh yeah, he's so dope.
I love Zaytoven so much. So that was the kind of stuff that I was like really like latching on to before I even realized, like just stuff that kind of ran with me. And yeah, so I started with the hip hop trap lane, and then I moved over and started doing everything. Like I do drum and bass, I do house, I do.
I love drum and bass too.
So fun. It's so fun. It's something that's really underappreciated out here for real. Like even when I try to spin it live, sometimes I'm like, you can't do too much of it. Same with house out here. We actually did something. Yeah, it really depends. It really depends. Like I know that. Like, are you familiar with UKG? Like UK Garage?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So like that's a genre that out here when I play it, I can tell that people it gets boring to people quickly.
Yeah.
That's just something that's something in Arizona that I definitely want to talk about with you later. But
yes,
as far as my sound and what I do, yeah, I produce hip hop, I do rap. We just dropped a house EP this summer actually.
I love house music. I'm from Chicago, so like house is like, you know.
Yeah, that's everything.
There is a house scene out here. I don't know if you know that. If you don't know about it, Solstice has been around for over at Barsmith with Sinbad. I can't even tell you how many years, 15 years or so. But they have one of the biggest house nights out here.
Okay, wow. Yeah, so I'm not... Oh, Solstice. Yes. Okay, I am familiar with that. Okay, yes. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I haven't been to that before, actually. Maybe when I said that, I'm talking more about my experience with the shows that I've done.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
I think there's definitely a lane. I think if you brand it... In Arizona, I think if you brand something a certain way and you tell them, look, this is going to be a house show, people are going to pull up and understand that it's that. But, for example, at my shows, we do a lot of remixes. We do a lot of... It's like rap mixed with this R&B song. It's like dancey. It's like very selection-esque. Is the way that I would describe that for sure. And I think that sometimes those songs can get mundane to people, even if they aren't. Like that could be the hardest shit ever because it works. I've seen it work live in selection, but sometimes it's just the room, the people, the vibe that's been created in this room. And sometimes I feel like people just want to turn up, which is fine. As a DJ, when you want to like switch the vibe up a little bit, though, it is hard because it's like, damn, they're not fucking with what I'm playing, so I got to go back to the stuff from before, kind of thing. But it's fun. That's the challenge of being a DJ. Like, I'm not trying to complain about it, but if you're gonna sit here and complain about that, like, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't be being a DJ. Like, you have to like roll with the punches because you'll get your moment. Like, I know I'll get my selection moment one day where I can play whatever the fuck I want, and it's like, yo, Winston T's playing. Like, it doesn't matter, kind of thing. So
you just gotta read the room, right?
100%.
But it's like read the room, but also know your audience. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes to DJing, just kind of like the preparation of knowing where you're gonna, where you're gonna step out, like where you're gonna, what venue are you gonna be at, what audience you think is gonna show up. But you're right. I mean, you always gotta. If I was a DJ, the one thing I would definitely do is like read the room and be like, okay, well, it just started. So people want to have like a little bit more chill vibe and then like work up to like a whatever. But I'm not a DJ.
Right.
But you read the room, so you know what's up. Right. And I like that. Okay, we're going to talk about something that people, I remember growing up, all the DJs fucking hated.
What?
Requests.
Oh my God. It really, I hate requests at a live show. Like if it's like, if I'm doing my thing that's live show, don't ask requests. If it's a private event, I do not care. Like, I just did a birthday party and they had a bunch of requests and it was not annoying at all. Like they had a playlist already.
Yeah.
So it was just like, can you play this song on the playlist? However, at that same event, it was somebody else's birthday and they were not invited to the event by any means. And they asked for a request. I gave them the first one, but then they started like acting like I was just like the DJ here. I'm like, no. I'm like, they paid me to be here today. Like I'm working for them. Like I can't, I told her, I was like, no more requests from you. Like, because it gets annoying. Like, it's like, okay, well, I don't have that song. And then she started talking shit like, well, what do you have? And I was like, bro, like, you were not even in this event. Like, you just watched the video.
You don't even belong here.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just ignoring you at that point. But yeah, at a live show, I will never do a request probably.
Oh, man, that would be, yeah. I mean, well, yeah, that's kind of, it's like somebody is performing like an artist and you walk up to them and you're like, excuse me, can you sing so-and-so? You're like,
yeah.
What are you doing?
Exactly.
It becomes like almost karaoke. I'm not gonna lie. I was one of those, like, just every once in a while I've asked for requests because I felt like I could because I grew up in it and I understand the business. So I felt like that there was this one DJ. I felt like, I understood the that lifestyle and I approached her in a way that, I was like, hey, I've been in the industry for a long time. Like, I know you're doing your thing. What would it be down? Because first of all, she was whack. You were whack. Your music was whack.
Oh, damn.
You weren't playing good music.
Oh,
she wasn't reading the room. So I was trying to help her out. So I was like, hey, can you play this song? And she was like, no requests. And she had the security security removed me. I was like, yeah, I was in shock. I was like, did I just get removed? Like, I thought I had this like down packed, but whatever. I won't say your name, but you were whack. So
Yeah, that's after the interview. I gotta hear that actually. I need to know who that was.
I don't even think she DJs anymore, to be honest with you.
She was a whack DJ apparently, so makes sense.
She gone.
Yeah, no. Wow.
Oh.
But yeah, no, was it a live show or was it just like a club?
No, it was just like it was not even a club. It was like I don't even know how to just a venue.
Oh, okay,
you know?
okay.
Not a big venue, but it was I didn't like it. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, bet. Easy. Easy.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, you were honest.
Yeah. And I'm not a naturally mean person.
Yeah.
When I was younger, yeah, I was real feisty. Real feisty. When I first moved from Chicago, I made people cry. But now,
Damn.
not on purpose, I was just being myself and
Right.
made people cry. But now, like, I feel like I move with, like, intention,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't ever try to hurt anyone's feelings. And, like, that day, I was like, man, this girl
Mm-hmm.
about to bring the spiciness back out, and I'm
Not trying to go there. I'm not trying to go there.
I need to go home. I'm like, it's time to go.
Chicago out.
It's time to go home.
Yeah.
It's time. But dang, okay, good. So tell me, do you have like residencies in Arizona?
We at the moment, Om Radio Live is at Walter Studios. We're working out a thing where it's gonna be every 4 to 6 weeks, hopefully. So
Like a show?
yeah, 100%. So we have a show called Om Radio Live that we do at Walter Studios.
Nice.
First one was May. The second one we did was just August, and now, as I said earlier, we have the one coming up October 25th.
And what is it like? What are these shows about? Like,
Yeah. So basically, it's a bill of DJs. We usually have a regular bill. It's Jamie Lee, me, Mr. Gold, and Samuel Pena. His
wow.
DJ name is Samuelitos. Yeah. We recently added Soul into the mix, and then this next show we're going. We added Codeine in the mix, and we added Joe to the mix as well. So we're doing Codeine, Joe, Soul. Me.
You're talking about DJs.
Yes, these are DJs.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the DJs. So yeah, this bill is gonna be Codeine, Kuya, whose name is really Soul. We have Joe, we have myself, and we also have why am I blanking on who else we have for some reason? Oh, Mr. Gold. I was like, why am I blanking? Yeah, but Mr. Gold's also gonna be on the lineup as well. That weekend's gonna be crazy. I know it's coming out late, but it's literally October 25th, Om Radio Live, at Walter Studios, and then the next day is Afro Piano. So yeah.
Gotta love Afro Piano.
I know, shout them out.
You know what I'm saying? What's up, us? I love them.
I mean, they really changed up the city, I feel like, recently. Like, they really kind of shook it up and gave, like, a reason for people to come out. And, like, it feels like a whole new crowd of people when I go there. Like, people I have never seen in Arizona before. And I know they're here, but it's like a room of creatives. And I'm like, oh, shit. Y'all are out here, actually.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Like, when you play, like, you know, Afro beats and stuff, like, we never realized, or at least I never realized just how big it could get or how big it was. And it's a whole different vibe, which I appreciate. I've been in Arizona on and off since the 90s, and I've seen the music industry change and grow and like and I've never seen what they're doing. So it's really refreshing to see a bunch of younger crowd, younger generation like as yourself and them to actually start something, you know, create a new vibe and a scene here in Arizona, because I felt like it was getting kind of stale for a minute.
Yeah.
So when they started doing that, like, I was like, all right, cool.
Mhm.
Now I feel like, you know, they kind of put something on the map that people around the world could hear about and want to come experience.
Right.
So I need to experience your
Yes, please.
you know, because I feel like you guys have that same energy. I don't know about the music, just the energy of like you guys are young hustlers and you're different and you're always you're thinking ahead with everything, you know? So I really appreciate that.
I appreciate you saying that. It's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So tell me about the merch line.
Yeah. So the merch is all designed by Donovan. This was for our Nature Likes to Play exhibition we did. Donovan had the chance to go to the Amazon rainforest. He was with an indigenous tribe, and he was like taking pictures and stuff out there. So he came back. He printed the pictures. We hung it up in the Greater Good Barbershop in downtown Phoenix, and we just had a whole photo exhibition night. We were able to raise $2,000 for them, which was super awesome. That was through the merch sales. That was through the purchase of paintings. Not the painting. I'm sorry, of photos. And also just it was a great time. Like I was a DJ, just DJing the night. And it was kind of surreal setting up in a barber shop. Like
I'm trying to think if I saw it because
right next to Central Records.
I feel like I feel like I saw it, but yeah.
Yeah. So that was super dope. At the shows, we always have merch as well. We do one-of-one pieces. It's super cool. We print on like flannels and stuff like that.
Love that.
Yeah, just trying to get creative, honestly. We just talk to each other. We're like, yo, should we do this? And it's like, yeah, let's do it. And then we see if it sticks or not. So it's super fun.
Yeah, I met him too at the at the conference also.
Yeah.
He's super talented, like when it comes to like from what we talked about, it was like the design, and I saw some of the things that he created. I have the shirt that he created for ASU.
Yeah, that was fire.
Yeah, I still wear that. I get people always ask me, they're like, what does that say? And I'm like, like the, what was that, MC, whatever.
Yeah.
The popular music. So yeah, I met him. Shout out to Donovan.
Yes, Donovan, shout out.
Very creative. I still want you to design for me. I need you to answer my call.
I'm
put you on blast.
No, put him on blast. You've been trying to get in contact.
Yo, he don't answer, but it's all good. It's all good.
Damn. I'll talk to him.
Tell your boy, what's up?
I got to talk to him. Damn.
Yeah. I need one design.
I'm dead as fuck. I'm going to talk to him after his interview, actually.
Okay.
I got you.
I didn't mean to embarrass you, man.
I didn't know this was happening. That's crazy.
It was a while ago. It's all good. He was probably in the Amazon forest.
Yeah, probably, actually.
Didn't get my messages, but it's all good. So tell me, what is next? What can we expect from you?
Yeah. 100%.
What does the future look like for you?
100%. We're just going to keep going up. OM's going to keep going up. We got more shows coming. Working on more albums. We just did the house album. We did the house album run with the remix. We had the single and everything. So now we're doing like a little cool down session for a second. We got some songs coming out late November as well. We're doing a 2-song EP. The song called Right Now and Waiting will drop. And then next year we're starting to work on our first album as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so super excited.
Who's we?
OM, just as a whole. We want to bring in a lot of people.
So you're gonna bring in multiple like people into the brand. So it's not like you and Donovan.
It already isn't just me and Donovan. It's me, Donovan. My boy Ryan is with us. Ryan is the other half when it comes to OM Records, which is our music half for the discography and stuff like that.
Okay.
He produced the entire house album with me. He has some songs, I have some songs, and we produced one song together. And then as far as the remix album goes, he helps me out with executive producing on that kind of thing. Caden is also another part of our team. He helps with photography and videography, so super dope. We've known him since freshman year of college, so about 2020, and then I met Ryan like 2022 or whatever. But yeah, we've all just worked together. Even on top of that, like with the remix album, that was like us kind of bringing in other people, showing like it's not just us. Like we do have other people that we work with, because collaboration's everything for us.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's the goal. It's gonna be released under OM, but there will be a bunch of people on it.
What does Winston look like in the future?
Oh man.
What are we manifesting? Where are we going?
I want to have multiple businesses. I don't want OM just to be my only business. I want to have multiple revenue streams. I want to help people. I want to change music. I want to help Arizona out, build a community out here for sure. Definitely with the younger people. I feel like there's a lot of younger people who are trying to get started creatively and figure out creative stuff. So I think if I could, help people the way that like me and Donovan have helped ourselves or gotten help from other people, I think it'd be very beneficial. Because I remember being, 18, 19. I mean, I'm 22. I'm still young. But I had questions. Like, I had hella questions. And I'd go to people and I'd ask. And people don't answer questions. Like, people really do not want to help you with shit. Like, people dead ass gatekeep shit. And they were in the same position as you before.
Yeah, that sucks.
And it's crazy. And I think that's so wild. And I think it's also like, I don't know. It's like an ego thing almost. Like, what, are you scared that I'm going to take your position? Like, eventually you're going to get old anyways. Like, you're going to have to retire. Like, we should help out the youth. Like, you should help out the next generation.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I need handouts. I'm just saying I know other people that have also experienced this. So being able to give back to people, help people out, help the youth out. Like I said, when I was young, like I would love to go like high schools and stuff and help them out. Eventually, I would love to come back to ASU Pop Music and teach a class as well.
What class?
I would love to teach a music production class. I would love to have connections into the industry where I can actually bring people. Because there's a lot of questions that I had as a music producer for my lane that ASU Pop Music couldn't answer sometimes. For example, with the whole beat making process, like when I refer back to like internet money kind of thing, like distribution, using DistroKid and stuff like that, like answering questions like that, understanding the little things that you don't have to go watch a YouTube video on anymore.
Right, correct.
Because the teacher's here. And like, it'd be cool if like, this is obviously like a huge wish, but like, imagine I'm teaching the class and I'm like, okay, our special guest this week is Drake. Like, you can ask him any thing you want. And then on top of that, like, you students have the opportunity to show a beat to Drake or something like that. Like,
Right.
give them an opportunity to actually like talk to someone who's up there, not their manager or whatever. Like, I would love to be tapped in and be able to help you that way. Because I know if I was a kid and my teacher was bringing Drake in or like Kendrick Lamar, and not even just them, it could be like Steve Lacy, it could be fucking Isaiah Rashad, like it could be anybody.
Right.
But just having the opportunity to talk to that person will take you so much further. I learn better from experiences than I do from like lectures and shit like that.
Right.
So hearing from another person and hearing their experiences, what they did, is much more informational and interesting to me than anything else. So,
Well, you know 2O, right?
of course, yes.
Clark,
yes,
he's
yes.
at ASU now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, you should talk to him because he might be down to do what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. We actually have a show November 22nd at Stadium. We're planning, yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah, shout out to
Stadium.
Stadium's awesome. So yeah, we got a boiler room that we're gonna be doing in there. This might be out before then. So if y'all pull up, November 22nd, we're gonna be at Stadium. It's gonna be crazy. The bill of DJs is awesome. So I'm really excited. I'm
excited too.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Once you start the rollout too, I think it'll be something really special.
I'm definitely gonna support you.
Please.
Because I really fuck with you and your brand and everything that you're trying to do, and anything that I can do to help support. Like, I'm here to do that. Like, I would love to be there for you. Is there anything else that you want to share?
Yeah, this came out. It's gonna come out later, but still, last week, me and my boy Sterling Sims just dropped an album called Lottery Pick on all streaming platforms. Little boom bap, like rap album, super dope. I'm really proud of it. We've been trying to get that out since like May. So we're glad to get that out. As I said earlier, we got some more songs coming out in November. Working on the album, live shows always. Follow me on Instagram. I am Winston T. om.asterisk is the company. And yeah, just keep an eye out. Like, shit's always moving. It's happening. Like, for real. I don't know. Like, that's all I gotta say. Like, yeah.
I love that. I was just about to say, like, where can they find you? See, but you're already like ahead. You know what's up.
Yeah.
Damn, Winston, I'm so glad that we got a chance to sit down, and I want to stay connected to you. And like I said, I want to support any way that I can.
Yeah.
I believe he's going to be one of the next up, like, bigger DJs in Arizona, and more than that, obviously, than the DJ, than just a DJ. But I think you're definitely creating a brand that I want to watch, grow, and I definitely want to be there to support you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's
You're
awesome.
welcome.
It's awesome. Thank you, SongLab.
Thank you, Fleekums. And that's it. How'd that feel for you?
That was good. I had a great time.
Go to Neveen The Queen on Instagram. You can also go to SongLab Live if you want to get an interview specifically for music or whatever it may be. But you can hit me on SongLab Live or Neveen The Queen.